Alright, we got Logan on the left, we got Ferris on the right.
All right.
No, I'm Jared. I'm 19. I never fucking learned how to read.
Well, I'm a 2019 guy.
Jesus fucking Christ, that's crazy.
Okay, now we're going. Logan
My name
has
is
begun
Lee.
watching Jojo. Kill yourself.
Yeah, you're a fucking cuck.
So Logan, what JoJo episode?
Yes. What JoJo episode are you
What
on?
JoJo episode are you on?
Good question.
So,
Give me a second.
Let me say, episode 2.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, Logan.
Let me.
What do you
just
remember
give
happening
me a fucking minute. Episode 6.
Alright, that's good now. Jack the
then-
Ripper, right?
It was actually.
Yeah.
It was? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and then
Jack
it was
the Ripper came
the
out
last
of
thing
the
I remember
forest.
was when they went to the village and they fought Blueford and the
Oh,
the other the
Bluford
other dude.
and those guys aren't very memorable, but I should remember this guy, not Bluford. I always remember Bluford.
Yeah, I only remember
Yeah,
Blueford.
I know what you're talking about.
But
And
then
the
fucking
the mountain lifting guy.
yeah, and then Dio decided to fuck off.
Yeah,
What's
Dio
his
was like,
name?
I'm better than you.
Yeah, he's not even better for long, and then he gets better. again.
Weak cars.
Shit cars, yeah. But again, Cars is, in my opinion, and most other people's opinion, the most powerful character in all of JoJo.
Yeah, I mean, he's
I
literally
can't think of a
the
single
ultimate
person who could ever. Yeah, I can't think of a single person who could ever beat him.
being. Do you hear about the?
Except, they could, like Killer Queen could beat him, just turn him into a bomb and kill him.
Yeah.
But you'd have to touch him first.
Yep. Did you hear the rumors about, or not rumors? People are thinking that Part 9 might have cars.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, I would not. It would be so glorious.
If the fucking franchise ended with cars reanimating every JoJo and fighting them all, it would be fucking amazing.
That's actually a good idea too. The Cars that gets back, it's like I will destroy the bloodline. He gets everyone. Then it's a whole like
And they
JoJo
kick
bloodline
his fucking
smackdown.
ass. It's like it makes
Yeah.
him hormone, and it'd be cool if he
It would
had
be a-
like. I don't know. I don't know if I would.
Fucking Rise of Skywalker.
I guess we'd have to have young JoJo.
Young
Oh,
Joseph.
no.
Yeah, Joseph. Well, Joseph. When I think
Well,
JoJo, I think Joseph.
you could have both.
But the voice actor is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
But no, I'm saying
Which would make sense anyway, because he
Young
Cars
JoJo
would
is
wanna
the better
fight Young
fighter.
JoJo anyway. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
and yeah, because young JoJo is the one that kicked Car's ass.
What part are they on right now?
8. They're
Yeah.
halfway through part 8. About.
And they
How long has the
they
show been
restarted
on?
the fucking timeline.
Yeah.
Well, the show doesn't have
The
it.
show goes up to part 5.
The manga's faster. 'Cause
Part 6 is being
the
animated
same
right
guy who
now.
does the manga does the show.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
same.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, same
You know,
guy.
he forgets everything he fucking writes.
Oh my, Araki, what a amazing writer who can't even remember what he writes.
He's an amazing writer. He made amazing stories, amazing ideas, but he doesn't
And then
remember
doesn't
anything.
remember it. He's
It's
got some
ridiculous.
sort of crazy Alzheimer's because it's ridiculous. There's hundreds of millions of songs to choose from, and he
Yeah.
tried to name a stand twice. Like, where's
Yep.
Fortunate Son?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to say he's an unfortunate son yet, to be honest.
That's such a god tier
He's
name.
got some
Like,
random
that's
ass shitty fucking stand names, and then Fortunate Son's just sitting that way.
I know, right? Like soft and wet instead of Fortunate Son.
Yeah,
Fortunate Son.
that's a choice.
Which I don't know if I ever. I think I told you. I don't know if I did, but you know how in the English version of the manga and the anime and
Yeah.
stuff, they have to change the names and stuff because of copyright.
Uh-huh.
So Soggy Biscuits is a song, or just forget. But they had to change the name. So guess what they changed the name to?
Wet bread.
Flaccid Pancakes.
Oh, fuck.
When he summons his stand, this man literally shouts, "Flaccid Pancakes!"
What a freak.
What a freak!
Jesus
Killer Queen
Christ.
to Deadly Queen and stuff. Like, I know. Not
What
ideal.
about Vanilla Ice?
he's now Cool Ice.
Oh yeah, Vanilla Ice is in the show, Logan.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh yeah, Vanilla Ice is a god too. He's like the best. He's the stand user villain that's accomplished the most. Who's not like a main villain.
Yeah, he really is.
I can't think of another person who did anything.
Is it actually Vanilla Ice though?
No. His name is just
it's based off an LS.
Yeah, all their names are just like, the stand Killer Queens and stuff.
I mean, the show's primarily Japanese, so they wouldn't get like they wouldn't put that much. Yeah, they wouldn't get in trouble, and they wouldn't put that much effort into getting an American person for the Japanese show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the dub is not really as important anyway. So.
No, it's not, but it's still a thing.
That's a thing, yeah.
Besides,
The Samsons
the people,
is still
the people
a thing.
who say the dub is automatically worse just because it's the dub are the same people who automatically think PC's always better.
No, I don't like PC that much.
Exactly, but that's the same mentality. It's just,
No,
this is superior
I
of the way it is.
prefer what is originated on. That's like I'm comparing like me saying that is better is like PC players getting mad when people say console better because console is the primary source of Siege players. That is the most amount of Siege players. That's where Siege started.
Yeah.
PC just gets more shit because they have more space on keyboards and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we get paddles because I would love to have lean and Siege.
That would be such a giant update to the game.
Oh my god, it would be amazing.
But exactly, that fucks you too. So it's like
unless you're using
if you don't hit him with the first shot with your ADSing, then you're too slow because you have to pump.
Yeah, and honestly, unless you're using the M590 or the Supernova, you ADS like really should not be ADSing. Those two guns you have to ADS on. They're not doing anything. And I will say AA-12 you kind of want to ADS on certain times because the spread on that gun in general is fucking horrible.
But then again, that's not going to help you that much. Like, it's already bad.
I mean, yeah, the best thing you do with the AA-12, get behind or under the enemy, behind, under, or above the enemy, and ADS stop moving. You will kill so much so fast. But as soon as you start moving, as soon as you don't ADS, you might as well be hitting like a little mini fractures on the entire fucking map. The spread is disgusting. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, that shotgun though, it's such a scary line between. If you buff that, it could be one of the most OP things.
OP gun in the game, just it's like Ella's gun, but with more rounds.
It has more rounds. It is automatic. You don't have to keep pressing the trigger. You just hold the trigger and it'll keep shooting. And I mean, some say they might put you to disadvantage because you can other shotguns you can. Well, not every shotgun, but some shotguns you can just spam as much as you can, like a pistol almost.
Yeah.
But
Ella's shotgun looking.
Ella's shotgun, especially, like, holy shit, the gun's cheating.
It literally is. I hear people use it sometimes. I'm like, that cannot be a shotgun. It sounds like a machine gun firing.
What's the problem? Ella's shotgun and Maestro's LMG and Jaeger's gun are some of the strongest shits on defense.
I would say those are the three strongest defense guns.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else that's better.
No, because
the SMG and the Spetsnaz is okay. Compared to those guns, it's just
the
not.
SMG on Spetsnaz is not that great. The best feature it has no recoil. That's it.
Which is amazing.
Which is amazing, but the damage is not that great. Its mag capacity is okay, but Maestro you don't have to reload.
Yeah, I can't think of a single gun that compares to those three.
Maestro's you do not have to reload. Ella's shotgun has
assault rifle.
Vigil's shotgun's alright. It's a pretty. I'm sorry. Vigil's assault rifle's pretty good, but I wouldn't compare it to Jaeger's gun.
Okay.
It's a pretty good gun, and it's a pretty great gun, but Jaeger's gun secures him such a fucking high placement. So much. Like, his gun is so broken. I mean, hell, it's basically an assault rifle. I mean, they call Maz's gun is literally an assault rifle, but it's shit. It's the worst assault rifle in the game. I mean, it has no damage. It has no recoil, but it has no fucking damage at all.
It's just an SMG with the assault rifle tag.
Yeah. I mean, it shoots 9mm rounds, but it's the fucking like assault rifle frame or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Where like some people make certain guns, and it's like, oh, this is technically not an assault rifle.
This technically checks the boxes.
This is technically a pistol, but it's
as rifle as possible.
Yeah. Or there's some weird loopholes with that. Like there's one channel I watch that fucks with guns, and there's some weird fucking loopholes. Like there's some weird shit you can do.
I don't know if you were maybe the one who told me or showed me Smoke and Nook's gun, the SMG.
It's a pistol, yeah.
Yeah, and it folds up.
Yeah.
I wish when the game started that they would open it like it was. Oh, it's so
yeah.
cool.
People were wanting an update to where when you take out the gun, it folds out. Like But
cool.
it would have to be like when you first get into the match or something, because
Exactly, the match starts.
it would take
the match starts, you pull
it
out
would
your
take
gun.
way too long. If you were,
I'm sure
like,
you can
if
find
it
a
was-
quick way to do it.
If it was between like pistol and if you're like switching weapons, that would be too much.
Yeah, but I'm saying I want it at the beginning of the game because
Yeah, beginning of
when
the
the
game, it would be
operator
sick as
screen
fuck.
opens, the guys pull out their guns.
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah,
would
honestly,
prefer
that
to
it
do
would be amazing. It would be really fucking good. Because I like
Just
tiny
little
details.
quality of life updates.
Maz is the only person who has a nice quality
Anything
of life
special,
gun
yeah.
thing. He's the only
the
person.
reload is so god tier.
Yeah, and that's why I prefer the Commando anyway. I mean, Commando's better. Commando's a better gun. Let's be honest. Even the reload animation is better. They both have no recoil. It has slightly more damage. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. But the Roni is just, I don't like it. Like Roni's faster though. I'll give it that. But fuck, people who suppress the Roni are horrifying because they're either idiots or they're disgustingly good with the gun.
Yes, they don't need it.
So it's a headshot. It's Mira's gun. But, I mean, like Mira's gun, because Mira's gun is the fast. I'm pretty sure it's the fastest firing aside from the SMG-12.
I think it is even faster.
I know the SMG-12
SMG-12
is the fastest gun, but
I think maybe the second then, because that thing is crazy fast.
I do want to master the SMG-12. I was getting good.
Hello? What's up? What? Do you want them? Yeah, that's pretty good. Now I have more to talk
taken
about.
place.
What in the goddamn hell? Thank you.
Oh!
Nice.
Good
Top
job.
10 plays of the week. Right.
This man has watched an entire Clone Wars episode.
Yeah, and my brother just came in. He stood next to me because I was just standing next to my bed. And he showed me the clip. So we just stood in the middle of my room and like his phone. We were just stood in the middle of the room and watching the entire thing. Halfway through, I thought, wait a minute, are we just gonna watch this whole episode? And just like, yeah.
That's what I said. I was like, this nigga's just watching a whole ass episode of Clone Wars.
As he
Yeah,
should.
just standing in the middle of my room because I don't have Disney Plus anymore. So
Yeah, boy.
I don't think I have Disney Plus anymore.
Oh yeah. You're already dead.
Oh my god, moo, shindeyu. Tui. What was that? Alright, anyway. Alright, well, I think this was pretty good, of course. As you may have heard my displeasure with the clone's tactics at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
A little unfortunate.
The best of the 501st. Complete idiots.
Yeah, right. the best. Then that happens. Besides,
I can totally
the
give
whole
it the best
point
of
is that
best, and it's
each
just a bunch of fucking
clone
99s.
is supposed to be as good as the Mandalorian. That's the whole point of the clone army. Is that like these are the best soldiers ever. They're each of the Mandalorian on their own.
Yep.
They just got destroyed by the Mandalorian. So
Because they're not.
what? No, they're not.
Oh.
All right.
I said
So,
we
what
have
do you
Tron
think, Logan?
outfits for the future episode.
Logan, what do you think? Who, if Palpatine was completely uninvolved, clones or droids for the win? Like the Clone Wars.
I'll take those.
Yeah. Just
That is
because
what-
they have a lot,
Brains.
they have the Jedi behind them.
True. That's a good point.
So that
And
already,
Palpatine
that already
sabotaged
puts,
both sides so
yeah,
much.
Yeah.
Every battle was a
Palpatine's
good
true-
game to play.
Yeah. Every battle was just a chess game of Palpatine playing by himself.
You know,
Yeah.
sometimes Republic wins, sometimes they lose. In my
Yeah.
opinion, even though I'm not, actually my brother's gone now, I think the droids would win.
Why?
I love
Really?
the clones. So, here's my reasoning behind it. If the Separatists produced one droid for the front lines, and one droid to put in storage every time they made a battle droid, that means they produce onto the battlefield half a trillion battle droids to go to battle. That means that they outnumber a clone's one battle droid to every 100 clones still.
Yeah,
But that means that once you're ready, you have another 500 billion battle droids that you have just been stockpiling. So when the Republic finally thinks they might be getting an upper hand, that's when you wave in your battle droids.
Yeah. Which I mean, I
Because-
think the clones would lose a ton of people, but they have the Jedi's on the side, but two, they have working brains. They have better tactics
They're
than
smart,
the fucking
yeah.
droids.
it's one of those
when you
things where
take
it's
out a
quality versus
tactical
quantity.
droid, then they're fucked.
Then they're
shit.
suddenly dumbasses. Yeah.
You can have waves after waves, but you take out the tactical droid, they're fucked. Or like when they overcharge all the droids at once.
Yeah, that was smart, and that's why the Republic isn't steamrolled, because they're intelligent.
Yeah.
But I just think that if you actually if you remove Palpatine, the monetary power, because this is still a politics game.
Yeah.
The Separatist controls the banking plan.
True.
The only reason the Republic was able to buy more clones is because Palpatine allowed them to buy more clones.
Yeah. But honestly, if you look
if
at
the
it,
Separatists wanted to, they don't have to beat the clones. They have to run the Republic out of money and bankrupt the Republic so they can't buy more clones. Because the Kaminoans aren't part of the Republic.
I mean,
they only have
honestly, if the Jedi were smarter, they would go after the heads more. Like, without Palpatine there, they would be going after the heads.
Yeah.
And then it would have been over.
It would have been kind of cool, because the Clone Wars would have turned more into Rebels versus Empires. They would have been assassins. They would have been like little strike forces to go in and kill Wat Tambor.
Instead of just putting your fucking specialized units out in the fucking front lines.
Oh man, the use of clone troopers disgusts me. And that wasn't even Palpatine. That was just the Jedi not being generals. Like, that's just stupid.
Well, yeah, they reach their lack of experience as
they're not generals. Yeah, they're peacekeepers. They're monk warriors, not generals.
Yeah. And they're not even good peacekeepers. They don't keep peace.
They're hardly. Yeah, it's been 150 years since the Jedi were liked by anyone.
Yeah.
The droid army was genius, and that's why they're banned later, because Palpatine recognizes that if he hadn't been in control, they would have been a god-tier enemy, even if they didn't win. Like, what if the droids had produced the Death Star?
Oof.
The Geonosians had those plans.
I just want to know what fucking moron put that flaw on the goddamn Death Star.
Did you not watch Rogue One?
Did you not watch Rogue One?
Not in years. And I only watched
I
watched Rogue One. I watched Rogue One at the point where I hated Star Wars.
Jyn Erso's father, Galen Erso, was part of the Republic. He was like a Republic general.
Oh, okay.
And he was working on this secret project, but then he left as soon as he became the Empire because he didn't agree with him anymore. And and so then the Empire comes back to him and he's like, "Hey, remember that giant super weapon? Well, we're almost done, but we need your help with this last little part. So can you come back, please? And by come back, we're gonna take you prisoner."
Yeah.
And so, but Galen, when he gets to the station, he realizes they actually don't need him, so he puts the design flaw in on purpose, that there's a way to beat it.
Yeah. Well, see, here was the thing. I watched that movie one time, back when I didn't care about Star Wars at all, a single bit. And then I only watched for Vader, so I put anything else on my mind. I don't remember anything about that movie.
Oh my god, that's fair, because the Vader, I remember in theaters, I was like, Jesus Christ. It was just,
February 11th,
for first movie,
The Eternals. Morbius is in March.
I'll watch Morbius.
Shang-Li is in April. The Batman is in June.
I really want to watch Morbius. I'm pretty sure one of them got pushed back
to August.
Oh, okay.
Doctor Strange is in October. And Black Adam is in December.
I pitched our first comic movie outside of our house to be Morbius.
I agree.
It's the closest in time, and it's clearly better. It's gonna be better than Eternals.
It's gonna be better than Eternals. I'm not excited for Eternals at all.
And even if Morbius isn't that good, it's still Sony.
Doctor Strange 2, if that had not been shit on, would have been godful.
Doctor Strange 2 would have been amazing.
It makes me angry.
Well, I'm confused now because we have Sam Raimi doing it. And I don't.
Yeah, but he might make a good movie. But I was just so hyped for the Lovecraftian.
I know, but I'm confused on how it would be. How it would even be, though.
I mean, it won't be like you won't recognize.
I imagine the story would be better than the first one, obviously. But
I agree. I mean,
Raimi's made some really good movies.
Yeah, but you won't recognize that's Raimi because all of his stuff is so weird, like different, like.
Yeah. And obviously it's MCU, so it's gonna be the whole thing of. This is how we want you to make a movie.
It'll be an MCU movie, like. I can tell you the plot right now.
Yeah, of course.
Superhero enters scene. Superhero discovers villain. Villain does cool act. Villain beats superhero first fight. Hero has comeback moment. Hero fights villain again. Hero wins. Movie over.
Exactly. And everyone and their mother that has no brain cells gonna be like, this is the best movie they've ever produced.
And that's why, like, the MC movies that like step out of line are the best ones. Like the first Iron Man, obviously, is the reason it was the best.
Because it wasn't owned by Disney at the time.
Exactly. But then Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Homecoming was alright.
It followed the rule. Like he fought Vulture for the first time, got his ass kicked. Tony Stark had to save him.
Yep.
Has his big moment, come back, gets his suit back, then kicks his ass.
Well, see, here's my problem. I like Tom Holland's potential as Spider-Man. What I hate is what they've done with they showed his identity to the world. They made him Tony Stark's little fucking bitch. When
God, so dumb.
Spider-Man was created to not be
two characters at once. How do you manage?
Spider-Man was created to not be anybody's sidekick, and they turned him into
He's a kid, that's not
like
a
a
sidekick.
fake son to Tony Stark.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid.
Because I mean, Zendaya is fucking
Tony Stark
amazing.
does
She's
not
my
get
favorite,
married. That is not
whatever.
Tony Stark.
Like,
He just
she's my
does not
favorite,
get married.
Mary Jane, Gwen, whatever. She's my favorite. Zendaya, she's amazing.
Well, obviously, because he likes Zendaya.
And then Tom Holland has amazing potential.
He does.
They're not gonna use it. They're not using it right.
They're
not
not.
going
No. Robert Downey Jr. had god-tier potential up until the first Avengers, and then it was just shit on.
Yeah, I mean, I remember.
It all just went down.
Iron Man 2 and 3.
Can you guys believe this strange fact I'm going to tell you? Stark Reed Ultron? Isn't that just some fucking bullshit?
Horrible. It's terrible.
God.
So fucking dumb.
It just makes me cringe with sadness.
It's so bad. I'll say there are two good things about that. There are only two good things about that. I liked the Iron Man Ultron suit.
That's fine. That was cool and all, yeah.
Made no sense.
Oh, that was great.
Cool.
But like they took that from Hank Pym because when Ultron was awakened, he was just a scrabble of Ultron took a bunch of scrabble pieces from the lab and made this little body, and they were just referencing that. So it's something that was special.
No, it wasn't special. It just looked cool.
Yeah, exactly. It did look cool.
And then the voice casting was perfect. It was spot on.
The voice casting was some of the most like. When I read
James
Ultron
Spader
all my life, I imagined
amazing
Ultron in a really robotic, monotone voice. This was so much better. It's rare that I like the voice acting more than what I imagined.
And
like
it's
Tony
amazing
Stark,
because
the voice in my head, I could never tell you how it sounded, but it doesn't sound like Robert Downey Jr. It just doesn't. It sounds closer to like an animated Tony Stark. It's never exactly like that.
None of them.
I have a voice in my head for him.
I kind of have a voice for Tim in my head, but I kind of don't. Like, I don't want to put.
You don't. You do, but you don't. But But when you subconsciously have one.
Yeah.
And that's why wouldn't be the same.
I subconsciously have one enough to the point where I hate every fan cast I ever see because none of them
Exactly. Nothing will ever be perfect enough. Same thing with Tony Stark. Just nothing. Robert Downey Jr. was really good in the first Iron Man. He was great. But it's never perfect.
Spader, who played Ultron, him in The Office is one of my favorite fucking characters of all time. That shit was. He's the craziest motherfucker in the world.
Is he a main character?
In one season.
In one season.
What the hell?
He came
Ultron's a main character?
He came in, did some of the freakiest shit. Where's my damn phone?
I know exactly what you're about to pull up.
Yep.
He ends up taking somebody's job.
Yep.
And
he's obsessed with sex, too.
Yeah, he's obsessed with sex.
But in like a freaky, he controls it, and he doesn't, he comes off. Alright, I'm just gonna play with me.
Okay, yeah.
I will not be blackmailed by some ineffectual, privileged, effete, soft penis debutante. You want to start a street fight with me? Bring it on, but you're gonna be surprised by how ugly it gets. You don't even know my real name. I'm the Lizard King.
That was like a 20-word sentence, and it still just rocked my world.
Right?
That was as influential as like an essay paragraph. Like that.
I fucking.
Except for.
No, that's true.
Netflix,
the reason I like Hulu is because it has a bigger variety of things.
Yeah, Hulu has a bigger variety of everything, but HBO will always be that one thing that no one can compare it to.
True.
In terms of they get shit people can't get. They have ratings. They go way into R and past with their originals, where most companies won't do that because they want to have the family-friendly thing to try to do more. Whereas, and then HBO Max is the only thing I would ever see that could compare to Netflix.
I don't know, but I mean.
No. HBO Max is gonna have 30+ companies with all of their own titles. They're Rooster Teeth.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just
they're
HBO
having all
stuff.
of Crunchyroll. Any WB property, so anime.
I said all I heard was Crunchyroll, so I heard we're getting HBO Max. That's all.
Yeah, I mean we're definitely getting HBO Max. They're also producing the Justice League Dark show, the Green Lantern show.
I mean that show might suck if they don't cast correctly.
Yeah, but it's J.J. Abrams and he's not being interfered by Disney, so I feel like it's gonna be godly.
J.J. Abrams is not a bad director. Don't get me wrong.
J.J. Abrams,
he's better for his cinematic shots than he is for his actual.
and
movies.
I'm prepared to see some crispy shots.
I'm prepared for some god-tier Constantine summoning a demon magic. Oh my god! There's this one part where so Constantine carves into his chest a pentagram with a knife, and so he's bleeding all down his chest from this fucking bloody pentagram he's drawn on himself. And he drips the blood into a pentagram on the ground. Oh, boy, this is the part where he's naked while doing all this. This is like, he's a god.
Yeah.
So he's bleeding everywhere, puts the blood in the pentagram, and a portal fucking opens to hell. And it's like bright light flash, and then this fucking big titty demon succubus lady is like in front of him. Oh my god.
Jesus
If they put something like that in the show, god tier. Not even for the big titty succubus. I mean, to be fair, a succubus titties, they weigh 20 pounds each. Like, that is some god tier stuff. But it could be anything like that. Like when Constantine summoned,
they're gonna have
it's witchcraft stuff. Because he can't just do magic.
It's gonna be on an HBO budget, and it's gonna be one of their biggest.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, amazing. It's perfect. Because they put almost movie level budgets into shows.
I forgot Game of Thrones was made with HBO. Yeah, they had a good fucking graphics.
Yeah. HBO does not fuck around. Like, when it comes to TV shows, they will put their shit into it. Plus, with the new DC shows, they're gonna put so much into it. Like they did Watchmen. Like they're gonna put so much into it because it's gonna be one of the drawing reasons to get the show, to get their service. Aside from the fact that they're keeping all of the HBO originals, they're gonna keep making more along with it. They have brand new originals with Warner Brothers. They're producing they're producing shows like movies. That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
And they're talking about some movies as well. But
I was gonna say the only
horrible. No, horrible. It does not fit you well at all. Because it's the fact that
it's because the width of your shoulders isn't 3 yards, so it's not.
There's that, and there's also the fact that suits are drawn to look like a certain material that doesn't exist in real life.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that. What the hell are superhero suits made out of?
I don't
know the material, like the Flash's suit,
Superman makes
suit.
Sense.
The look of the material, like the Flash's suit, or like Captain America's suit.
Well, Flash.
Or any of that shit.
Captain America's like woven in scales, which is weird.
No, not the scale suit. Though, not the scale suit. Like more modern.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
like what is that? What is that smooth looking Deadpool?
It looks like what Kevlar is, like leather Kevlar, but it definitely
it's what it's supposed to be. But it wouldn't move the way it moves.
Yeah, it would not move the way it moves, and it wouldn't be for that form.
It looks like it's. I always imagined it that if you pinched it, it would feel like rubber, cloth to rubber.
Yeah,
like if you,
but they're supposed to be breathable too, which is impossible.
So it couldn't be that. But then if it was breathable enough, rubbery enough, and flexible enough to move in the sun, then it would be protective. If it was rubber,
though, they wouldn't have it. Electric enemies wouldn't be a problem, but they are a problem. So it's definitely
they wouldn't be a problem until the electricity just melts your suit because it's so hot.
Oh yeah, but I mean, even in general, like they have problems with electricity.
But I'm not saying like it's literally rubber. I'm saying it's rubbery in texture, like it's stretchy, like elastic.
To me, I always think it, except for like more armor type suits. Like I always imagine there's like some kind of layer of spandex over some kind of, depending unless it's like Deadpool, like kind of layer of spandex over some kind of like armor underlay, like Batman. Like Batman clearly has some kind of like layer.
I always imagine the other way around. He puts the spandex on him,
it depends
and then
on
armor
suit,
on the spandex.
Some Batmen have the spandex underlay with the armor over.
Then again, I always imagine that Batman suit made the most sense to me because there's creases in it. You can see the
Batman suit makes sense, but it depends on the type of suit.
I always imagine it like his suit is a body glove made of like the same kind of material that a scuba suit would be made of almost. Well, but then there's armor plates inside of that.
In some cases, like the cape is not like. Some cases he just takes off his cowl, and he has like, in the cape he takes off. I think sometimes he takes off the cape. It's kind of weird, but he has like the underbody. Part of the cape. Yeah. He has like the underbody without the symbol and all that, and then he puts that shit on. And in some cases,
without the symbol, I didn't know that. I always assumed the symbol was the lowest layer. Like,
am I crazy, Logan?
What?
Batman's had spandex underlays without the symbol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weird.
And then he puts the shit on. It depends, because I mean, he has the belt.
You think that looks weird? Have you seen Tony Stark in his undersuit without the armor plating on?
Oh yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
he looks like a freakazoid, right?
Yeah. So bad. I hate it.
He looks like an egg. Yeah. There's a kid's like, are that go to an actual real life library? Never. To get a Flash New 52 book that I couldn't buy.
I own almost every graphic novel of New 52 Flash.
Well, good, because it's like the other one that's God tier art, Aquaman. Oh
Yeah,
my
Aquaman was
god.
pretty good. Aquaman Rebirth is amazing. Aquaman Rebirth
Okay,
is some of the best.
Aquaman has had some for the last like 10 years. Aquaman
Yeah,
has
and people
been
sleep on it.
God tier.
I'm not happy with Aquaman right now because they're
What are they doing
making
now?
they're doing the pussy thing of making him look like Jason Momoa without making him brown. They're,
Just keep him comic. Just keep him the way he is. It's fine.
but people don't like people don't like that version of Aquaman. That's the problem.
But
And
he's cool that version. Just because he looks
he's
a little
royalty.
like,
It's cool.
He looks great now.
But he doesn't.
Like
though.
he used to look like a freak as ever, but now he looks cool. Just because
I liked him with his. I didn't like the Aquaman with his hand cut off.
I didn't like the either.
But and I
think
kind of
that's like old man Aquaman in my eyes.
yeah, and I kind of like the royalty version, but now he's a weird mix. And I don't like.
I like New 52 Aquaman is how I preferred him looking.
That's how. That's how I
he had
used to prefer him
scruffy
looking.
fisherman stubble, ruffled blonde hair
Yeah.
that's not long, and he
But
was
see,
buff. Like,
that's
he
how
looked
I
good.
used to
That's
like him.
how I imagined it. Yeah.
But honestly, and I can't see anything else now. I think Jason Momoa stuff would look better. Honestly, a Polynesian
I
Aquaman
think
makes
that
more sense.
Jason Momoa, he does make more sense. I think it's so genius. Like, I mean, of all the
It
cultures
makes
and
so
stuff, that
much
would be
sense.
the culture. Like,
But see, look, they're
Jason
doing.
Momoa feels like a different character to me. Like, he's Aquaman, but he's like
But he's
not Aquaman.
he's young at the very beginning of Aquaman. He's not there yet. Like he's not used to any.
I
of
know,
that shit.
obviously, but like he'll never be the same to me just because he looks so wildly different.
Yeah.
But he's just as cool. Like he
But-
could be another superhero, another water-themed superhero in the Justice League to me. Like, but I mean, obviously he's still Aquaman, and I still see him as Aquaman. It's just not the same Aquaman. Like that is the
it's kinda
Aquaman
like
from
in DC,
Universe
how
2 that
there's
he would
like
fight.
different versions of the different characters and shit.
Exactly. Like Aquaman,
universe.
like the
Like, Legends
looking
don't fuck.
Aquaman is Supergirl, and Jason Momoa is Power Girl. They're the same person, but they're wildly different.
Yeah. But
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm pissed off. So a lot of people are pissed off right now. But there's a lot of people talking about it because basically they gave him long hair. They had him with a shirt off. They gave him the tattoos. They gave him Polynesian tattoos, but he's a white man.
That's a lot.
They're
They could have
trying.
given him tattoos that are Atlantean and just
They're
given him Atlantean
trying
tattoos.
to make him as close to Momoa as possible without making him a different color. And
Just make him Momoa, dude. Just
make him
if
at
you're
least
gonna go that
make him
far,
Polynesian. I mean, Wonder Woman looks like Gal. I think that's amazing.
her facial features or her skin tone.
Her-
I don't like that because I hate when it comes. I like the differences.
Well, no,
I
but
like having like there's the different Wonder Woman.
I know. I like there's being differences, but as long as they don't make the suit like perfect, like I think when it comes to like Batman, like don't put the movie suit on. But I like when.
Well, like, would you like it if Ben Affleck was drawn into the comic? Like if he looked like?
Yeah,
Ben
I mean, I would
Affleck
love
was-
that. I mean, it would be amazing.
Yeah.
See, look, I love when characters take inspiration from actual good suits. If he looked like Bale, I would stop reading Batman until that was over. I would stop. I would legitimately never read Batman again.
And that's why I hate it because
until then.
all I can think about is when they start drawing like Robert Downey Jr. Then what?
Yeah, that was that's why I was thinking like.
Like
But
there's
when
many
I
actors
love
that
the
look
character-
perfect. Like
yeah.
what's it? Chad Bow?
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they drew him as Black Panther, fine. He looks just like Black
you
Panther.
see him right now. He looks like Crack Panther.
Crack Panther?
He's lost like 80 pounds at least.
That's funny.
I think
But,
he was.
like,
I think
the
he was
one
getting
that
ready to
was
do a
best
movie,
for
like
me
a
was,
movie where he looked super like
like
unhealthily skinny.
Yeah.
And I mean, Corona obviously just
what's
fucked
his
it up.
name?
So.
Guy who played Jarvis, the AI Jarvis. What's his
Oh,
name?
the guy who plays Vision.
Paul Bettner.
Paul Bettner. Yeah.
Paul Bettner looks just like Vision, like weirdly like Vision.
He does look pretty
Weird,
pretty much
angular,
Like
straight face, long face.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a human.
The expressionless face. Exactly, he looks.
him. It reminds
just
me
like
of
Vision.
like
If they did like that, it
if the
wouldn't even
robots
see
in
a difference.
iRobot had angular faces.
Exactly. He looks just like Vision. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's like they knew that when they cast him as Jarvis, so they planned to do that from the beginning.
Oh yeah, but they
But
didn't.
like, they didn't exactly. That was just lucky. They're lucky he looked like a.
They're
freak.
lucky that he decided to stay on for that. But see,
True.
here's the thing: he stayed on because he could just record all his lines and catch
Yeah.
He didn't have to catch any flag from all the crazed fans. He could just record his lines and he'd be a
2
disembodied
hours,
voice
and he would got it.
that
exactly,
people would
it was
care
great.
about in general because
Exactly.
no
Yeah.
one really
But
cares.
the point is that he looks just like Vision, so I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
And there's a few like that in the MCU, like
moved.
It sounds like you're farting.
I moved
Yeah.
on my
I want to
bed.
talk about how
That and
Chris Pine is what Chris Pratt thinks he is.
what do you mean?
Because Chris Pine is a fucking god, and everyone looks up to him. But I think because Chris Pratt did Parks and Rec, that he thinks, and that he does now Star-Lord, that he thinks he's like a fucking god, and everyone's obsessed with him.
Does he? Why do you say that?
He's got that weird personality too. Like, I mean, he's also like he's on that weird,
He's always been weird.
Christianity farmer type shit. Like his wife,
Is he really?
him and his wife got divorced, and he immediately got engaged to Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter.
Oh my god.
But then there was the rumors about them going around.
Does
I
she
don't
also
know.
say,
Jesus Christ.
come on, Chris.
I don't
I'm
think
waiting
she-
for you naked in bed.
Oh my god.
That's what she says when she
That'd be
fucking comes.
horrifying.
She doesn't moan, just
You turn off the lights, and then you hear that, and then you fucking scream and run away.
And then there's
like,
fucking
you see,
Arnold right behind him.
See, Arnold
Laser eyes,
seems like
fun.
Arnold seems like one of the nicest, just funniest people
fucking human
in,
beings ever.
in general. Like, not
I
I
still
wouldn't
can't
say
get over
as
his
nice
daughter.
as
His daughter
Keanu.
looks fucking great. Well,
Because
because Keanu's just a
Keanu
fucking
is just like,
horrible wife, so he's been nice because of it.
yeah, Keanu's life's been fucking terrible.
Yeah, horrible.
And I'm glad John Wick worked out, because the fans love him. They love him.
Yeah.
He doesn't do, like, he's a nice person, and that's rare in general now in the world. And
But it's not hard. It's just people just gotta not change. It's not that hard.
Well, see, it's not hard, but there's so much. I feel like a lot of it is the environments around people, because it's not hard to be a nice person, but when you grow up a certain way,
Unless your
or
name
you're
is
around
Tim.
certain, to me it feels horrible. Like, being genuinely nice feels weird. Except there's a few people that there are
Genuinely
exceptions
nice
for.
is my default.
There are a few people I have exceptions for, that I will do nice things for, or go out of my way to do something nice for without being asked. But
Yeah.
in general, it feels so fucking like, I hate when people tell me like, Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or whatever, holiday, whatever. It, like,
Yeah.
what the fuck am I supposed to say to that? What do I say to you? Like, don't tell me that.
You say thank you. What do you mean?
It feels weird. It's just like, I had my uncle text me Happy Easter. I was like,
Logan, are you
Happy
hearing
Easter?
that? He's not
Yeah,
even.
it's
man.
weird. Like, don't tell me that. Why are you telling me this shit? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Tim's default is to like dislike someone. My default is to like them and,
no,
and
my-
make
my
them
default-
dislike them.
My default is to analyze anything around me, because I feel like it's a lot of shit's too fucking weird or shouldn't be around me. Or I just want to know what exists. Like, why does this exist? Like, what is this fucking around me? It's weird.
Logan.
Logan, it's hard. Logan's kind of, he's weird. He's on that weird length of, he's fucking Clark Kent, but he's also a horrible person.
Fuck you.
You are.
I'm a good person.
Yo, no,
you
no,
bitch.
no. You can be a good person, but then sometimes you act like a fucking, you seem kind of like you give off like nice guy, like freak vibes. It's hard to tell.
I can't dispute him, Logan.
I can't
I'm
describe
not
how.
fucking Pete.
That's fair
Well,
enough.
see,
But Pete doesn't
Pete
give
has
off
a-
nice guy vibes.
No,
He
Pete
gives
doesn't give-
emotional girl vibes.
Pete doesn't give off nice guy vibes. He gives off e-boy / chick vibes. Like
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna be really
expected you to
emotional.
use the word e-boy ever.
We've called
And,
Pete e-boy multiple times. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You remember when Pete put on the fucking the Starboy cross on his forehead and the Joaquin Joker makeup?
Yeah.
We called him an e-boy
God.
that fucking night. As soon as I saw that, I died. It killed me inside to see that.
He emanates fucking, e-boy. I emanate shrapnel.
But Jesus Christ.
Jesus
Here's the
fucking
thing.
Christ, man.
Pete doesn't say no. Pete understands that he gives off certain vibes like that, and he embraces it. He embraces the shit, and he tries to be like The Weeknd as much as possible, which I don't think The Weeknd acts like that. I know his music's really quote unquote depressing to people like him, but good depressing, I guess. I don't fucking understand. I know depression, the state of mind depression is real, but I don't understand it, and it's not real. It's not real to me personally, but
Yeah,
the way
exactly.
Pete acts about
You
it.
don't get it.
Like,
yeah.
I understand it exists with a lot of people, but to me personally, I don't understand it. I don't understand the emotion, which goes for a lot of them. But Pete is weird because he understands how he can act. Sometimes Sometimes Pete is.
No, that's why it's not a bad thing with Pete because he knows it.
But Pete is either entirely self-aware or entirely just blank. He doesn't understand what he's doing. It's never in between. It's one or the other.
Smart or dumb. There is no try.
It's weird.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. You may hate the dub, but that is one of the most well-funded dubs ever. Part 3. Oh my god.
Yeah, there are some good it's weird.
Like Dio's voice, like Dio's adult voice actor is
better than
that guy should need a fucking raise. But
I wonder how much they paid him.
It works for Dio because like his voice just works.
I want to know how much they pay some of these voice actors.
Yeah, me too. Actually,
because
the guy who voiced Jojo needs all the money.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He needs the budget.
But see, here's the weird thing: is because they're definitely doing less than an actual on-screen actor, just because it's only half.
Are they though?
Well, see, they
because
are.
an actor doesn't
they are
have to
and they
use
are.
their voice as much. Exactly, because
but here's the thing:
an actor can convey through emotions through their body, but a voice actor is 100% their voice.
Exactly. So that's why.
It's also
on
hard.
one hand, they're putting in more. Sometimes they're putting in more work, but they're definitely putting in less time and sometimes effort, depending.
Yeah, less time and effort, but they're like
because
emoting more. It takes
they're
more
not
skill
on for most of the part. They're not
voice.
unless they're doing like mocap as well. They're not on set every day doing the things. They usually do their lines either from a remote location or in the studio. Then they're done with it. They're not like sweating over this thing. Whereas like some actors are physically doing their like stunts and doing crazy shit or having to convey both with their voice and with their body. I'm just saying not every actor, because some actors don't really try, obviously, and some voice actors don't try. But there's a fair amount. Most of them put a ton of fucking effort into their craft and shit.
Exactly.
And it's hard to compare one to the other. But I would just say like overall, I think like just a straight up on-screen actor in an actual like developed movie, not like just some cheesy random ass movie, will end up doing more just because of the amount of time they have to put in.
Yeah, because then if they're that good, and then they're voice acting as well as another voice actor. But
if they are the main character, they are doing it. They're voice acting. They're doing the physical shit. They have to do they have to be self-aware of their body language to be able to convey the right body language, which is one of the hardest things to me. Because in general, I am as far away from everybody, any group as possible, and I'm like in the corner or standing somewhere. I don't.
Yeah, you're that one freak who's gonna get shot.
I don't move my hands when I talk a lot. Every once in a while,
That's
I do.
so creepy. I can imagine you just standing like a fucking brick wall, just your mouth moving like.
Yeah,
oh,
my
God.
hands are in my. I don't know what to do with my hands. So
I speak with my hands when we're in a fucking party. I'm doing it right now.
See, I only do move my hands when I talk when I'm getting really intense about something, or if it's like like how something gets brought up and I know too much about this one thing, so I go on.
It's time, yeah.
So I just floodgate, whereas usually I'm just silent, except for I can't. It feels weird to me to move my hands when I talk and all that shit. So when I walk, my hands are usually in my pocket or by my side.
You're not human.
It's just weird. Like I pay too much attention to what I do what my body is doing.
See, I'm really good at body language. That's why I did so well when I did plays when I was a fucking road game.
Yeah. Well, see, I feel like it helps me. I feel like because you can't read my fucking body language if my body language is the same thing every fucking time.
Yeah.
And then my facial features just
even I'll figure you out. Yeah, but you better be fighting.
See, here's the funny thing with my facial features, because they don't always match what I'm doing. They are either dead, like I don't fucking express, or I emote too much when I'm laughing. Like if something's funny, I will like start fucking.
You said you're not a human anymore.
Yeah,
you transcend the meaning of human.
But I mean, otherwise, expect stone face. I mean, granted, being stuck with you motherfuckers, that's probably never gonna be stone face, because there'll be some stupid fucking meme we're on about. And that's gonna fucking hurt my mouth and head to laugh that much.
Ow.
It's also gonna be weird not standing in the fucking corner away from everybody.
That's actually pretty funny though. To actually have
I've trained myself to try to be as little
To exist as little as possible.
Oh yeah, I trained myself to be if I'm in a room, to be as little, not as least memorable as possible. So when you get back to think about it, you don't.
I
know
thought you were
something
saying
there.
menacing, like the fucking Jojo.
Menacing, yes, I had to practice that for a while. Like all of my none of my teachers ever thought I was a bad person or kid. Because it's funny because some people do act up in school and then act like little fucking saints at home. I acted for the most part myself as at home and acted like I was a good person at school. It was the reverse. Well,
that is the reverse.
Less good person.
No, I feel like
Honestly, it was less good person because I just didn't talk to anybody. So none of my
so you just chose not to exist. There's a difference.
Yes, but but in doing that, I never got in trouble for being loud or doing any stupid shit. And except for when I was younger, so the teachers always thought I was good, and I had good grades because I didn't have to try. I knew what I was doing, and I just didn't care. And then after a certain point in high school, I was like, I still know what I'm doing, but I don't give a fuck. Fuck this. I'm just not gonna do anything.
Here,
Like I could tell pretty quickly when I stopped doing homework and I stopped caring about tests and all that. I never studied. I don't like to study. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, I never fucking studied. I hate that.
It's dumb. You know what?
Again, exactly. I mean, then again, I'm set. I just took my good test score. Do you have aspects?
Damn, Logan. This is in the podcast, Logan.
Ah.
Okay, he's gay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, pull a Kevin Spacey. I'm gay.
No, that's not what I'm gonna do.
That reminds me of
let's don't do the other part of what Kevin Spacey did. So what were you saying first?
It reminds me of what I was going to say earlier. I am convinced that the guy who plays Jotaro in sub and dub is the same person. Just he speaks both English and Japanese. He sounds the same. It never happens.
Yeah.
They always sound like a completely different tone, but no, he sounds the same.
So what?
It's weird.
What was the big butt?
I forgot because some bastard named Logan was a freak about it.
He was.
I don't remember.
Unfortunately, it's not the same person.
No, it's not. But they sound the same. Pretty god tier, but I don't know what I was saying, dude. To be fair, Jojo does a pretty good job of translating.
What about school? Like being in school, tests.
Yes, the big but is that I would actually have to try to use those test scores to my advantage as opposed to just doing it for me. So
because they don't really care.
Me and trying about things I don't care about are.
Well, yeah, that and the school system or the colleges and shit don't really give that much of a fuck. Like, they look at certain scores sometimes if it's for specific schools. But overall, they don't care about your fucking grades.
They don't. They care about your test
honor
scores.
rolls. No one gives a fuck. Like AP honor roll, the colleges do not give a single fuck about that. So I always thought
because I fucking wasted my life in a billion AP.
That's why I always laughed at fucking idiots who did that. I was just like, you're just wasting your time. Your parents are fucking.
Yeah,
you.
To be fair, it was actually not that bad because it helped it was like I take easy AP classes and my grade is weighted way upwards.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing I always thought was stupid. I was forced to take one of them before, as I was forced to take band before. But it was stupid. It's pointless. Plus,
Tim in band.
All right. You haven't heard my band story, have you?
Nope.
I don't think we have.
All right. And my first year of middle school, before I had to get switched to the white middle school, I had to take band, and I had to pick an instrument. And I couldn't play percussion because they was all taken up, so I was kind of annoyed. That was the only thing I would have played.
Shit.
Yeah, it's the only thing I would have done. And I wasn't playing flute like a bitch.
Tim with a flute.
And so I picked.
Tim's actually playing the flesh flute now.
So I picked the bass clarinet. That giant motherfucking thing.
Squidward.
Oof.
Not the regular clarinet, the bass clarinet, like the fucking Magnum Dong clarinet.
This dude was not Squidward. I am an African American.
Okay, so I took a whole year of band, by the way, whole class. Guess what, first? That's how much I learned.
Approximately nothing.
I still cannot read a single music note. I couldn't then, I couldn't now.
Like, what'd you do when you had to play it? Just fucking blow into it and hope for the best?
I read about 90 books during that whole class. I sat in back and read. I did nothing. And then on concerts, I pulled the whole, I'm gonna put this in my mouth,
Pretend I'm blowing.
puff up my cheeks and then move my fingers. It worked.
That's funny as hell. You know what you
What
should
a
have done
god.
is just fucking blow, dude. Just go and start playing
That would've been
whatever
funny.
comes out of that instrument.
See,
and
I would have done that if I didn't have an understanding of my teacher, because I went to a school in one of the most ghetto parts of town, but
Where
it
the
had
teacher would've
but it
shot your
had
ass out.
part of a it had a like but it had like a weird magnet system as well. So there were like Asian kids who were incredibly smart and some richer kids, and then there were just everyone else. So I knew all I had to do was act good. I just had to not talk and do a whole bunch of stupid shit, and I was fine.
Hard for you.
No, it worked because I could do that in school. It was easy. So as long as I didn't fuck around with other kids, act up, or start making noise, he didn't care. He gave me a solid B+ every fucking time, every card, as long as I just didn't interrupt the class. So I read about like 90 books. Because I had library through English before that, so I just read a fuckload of books.
You're such a freakazoid.
Except for that one time he almost fucking sent the principal.
For what? You actually tried playing the clarinet and you figured out you were a dumb bitch?
No. There were some kids I was fucking around with who were pissing me off, and I wanted to hit them in the fucking head. But it was that perfect thing of the song goes fucking quiet as you say
and
something.
right as you're about to be
So the song stopped, and you hear me call him a motherfucker. And the entire class
Yo,
just
music
stops.
cuts you, bitch!
And the entire class is like just looks over, like what the fuck we're doing.
That quiet black kid spoke.
And that motherfucker, his face went from pasty white to like apple red. That dude went off. But instead, he spent the entire time playing Find the Fucking Testicle.
Instead, we were in the back figuring out what we could shove up our ass. But
You were Abdul and Joseph.
yeah. The whole class was Maria, but we were just Abdul and Joseph. Like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, but no, it was great. I mean, girls clearly did not have many options. There's two of us, so
Standards.
their standards were lowered, so I would fit in the bar.
Damn, they were that low.
As long as you don't explode when we're having sex, it's okay.
You just start playing how low.
That was like no fucking promises, but I'll try my best.
Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, Ferris is one of those fast acting bombs. 20 seconds in and he just blows up.
Yeah, I don't even count.
Oh, yeah!
I don't even count. I should literally explode. Like, that's it.
Like
I have a time bomb
You
going
look
on.
at fucking C4 and TTT. It's set in 30 seconds.
Yeah. It fucking goes off, dude. I'll tell you what to tell you.
This
I'm
timer's
not have
broken.
sex before marriage, so it blows me up before my mom can go off.
Jesus Christ.
But then he rewards you 72 virgins. So yeah, this is a win.
Oh yeah. So I had this plan a few years ago, and I want to do it. I want to do it in California. I want to become an ordained minister.
What the fuck? What? What?
The way you said that, and like I can see it in my mind, like this freak bastard getting ordained as a minister. That is the
An
funniest
atheist
shit ever.
minister, because I can marry people. That's I just want to have that power.
No, that's why it would be God tier. I would
Yeah.
have you be the minister at my wedding.
I just want to have that power.
It would
like,
be if you
"You're married."
became because so all that matters. So to have a minister at a wedding is you have to be the leader of a religious organization.
Oh my god, I can
That's-
start a cult immediately.
You can start a cult, and if you are recognized, that you can be a
I
minister.
mean, even then,
and
I
marry
don't
someone.
have to do that because
So,
you can go online
That is
and
a
certain
really, really wide
in
range of people.
in certain states as well. All you have to do is you do an online course, you pay a certain amount of money, and you have a legal document.
Yeah, you're
letting you
legally
marry
allowed
people.
to marry people. Yes,
And that's I've always
at
wanted that. I've always
my
fucking
father
wanted
and
that.
stepmom's wedding. Would you like to know the title
Oh,
of the man who married them?
yeah.
Jedi Master.
Yes!
Literally,
What
with a
a man.
lightsaber in the robe.
What a god!
But wait,
What
whose
a
robes?
god.
Like the brown Jedi robes.
Oh,
this
Christ.
man came in.
Jesus Christ. What a fucking god.
And he was part of what's that? There's like the Jedi Grand Orders, like an actual like organization. He was a master in that organization.
They didn't even
Does that matter, people? He had like an Obi-Wan looking beard, but he didn't look like Obi-Wan.
What a god.
That just reminds me of the Elvis weddings in Vegas.
Exactly,
Oh, yeah.
He's all that black shit.
Uh-huh.
Like Logan, if you want, you could get if you have a wedding, you can get married by a commander of the 501st, literally. A guy in clone armor will show up at your wedding. Don't
give him ideas. His wife's gonna leave his ass.
She just walks out the fuck. He's like, sorry guys, I have to go to the pool. I have to go call the 501st right now.
Yes. Shut the
Yes,
fuck up.
because the 501st is actually fuck.
Well, that was in the way, so thank you for cleaning up the skyline.
There you go.
Yeah, that was pissing me off.
But yeah, the 501st is actually an
your
organization.
camera.
So they because the 501st actually has ranks and stuff. So you could go call up one of the generals in the 501st and be like, "Will you fly down and get us married?" And they will say yes. I guarantee it.
That's fucking amazing.
So there you go. If you want to get married by a clone trooper or a stormtrooper, you want.
I want to get married by the. I want the Doom guy to fucking pronounce it.
There you go.
I cannot see you doing a big thing for your wedding.
No, it would be like us, like obviously my closest friends, and then, I mean, it's gonna be with Logan, so I don't know who else is gonna be there.
Yeah, true.
Logan, you better have your best men ready.
Pete's gonna.
I already do. I already actually do.
Men, double the power.
Pete's just gonna fucking show up and be like, "You cheating, huh?"
See,
Yeah,
I would have you, Tim, like hold the ring and give it to me, but you drop that shit down a fucking.
I wouldn't
drain,
drop
like.
that shit.
Yeah,
I'm not
you're-
clumsy in real life.
No, you're just retarded.
I'm stupid with words, but that's what
I'm stupid with those word things.
Jesus, Logan. Yo, your elbow's disgusting. God, you're ashy. You're like sandpaper.
Well, there's no such thing as lotion in this game.
Tim getting fucking married.
I mean, there is lotion in your bedroom.
At his fucking wedding.
Better. That was a good shot. Not your shot.
Logan seeing a perfectly good relationship